afternoon, it's Pamela from Yorkshire in the north of England, here to talk about crochet as usual. Now, not got much to show you because I've had another lazy week, but I have completed one item. Now, I don't know if you remember, a while back I said I was going to do a dachshund for my mother-in-law. Well, it's a birthday approaching, so I thought now's the time. Well, when I bought the Peter Panda and Pals book a couple of weeks back, and I showed it on the channel, there's a dachshund in this one called Tom Dachshund, which is that one. So I've done her a sausage. Oh, I'm showing you the wrong page there. Sorry. I've done one of these, but I've done it slightly differently. This one's got closed eyes. In fact, he's looking rather snooty. He's got closed eyes. He looks like he's, I know his nose is turned up. He looks like he's, you know, looking down his nose at you. But I've done him. But I've done his face straight forward, and I've done him with open eyes. Now, I did put a photo of this on Instagram yesterday, so some of you will have already seen it. But anyway, here he is. So he's got instead of the what's on the picture, like I say, I've put him facing forwards. I've done the hat, but I've done it in a red, and what I've done is I've put stuffing in it, but I've sewn it on. It tells you to glue in the pattern, but I'm not over fond of gluing, so I've done him that way. So everything else is as per pattern, like I say, except for head facing forwards. I've put actual eyes in, and I've also sewn the hat on instead of doing anything else. I've put pom-poms, instead of making pom-poms, I've put paid for pom-poms on his scarf, and I think it looks quite classy actually. I really like it. So I'm going to tell you what I use for it. Did I show you the back? That's the back, and that's sort of sideways on. So I think she'll like it. They used to have a dachshund a long time ago, and she's been talking about it a lot lately, so I think she'll appreciate that. So the body I have done in Signet 100% cotton in the colour honey brown, that one, and the ears and nose I've done in Signet 100% cotton in black. I did try the ears in brown, but I think the black ears suit it more. And if you look, a lot of dachshunds do have silky brown ears, so that's what I've done there. The hat is in James C. Brett 100% pure cotton DK in the colour red. And the scarf I've done, I bought this yarn to do the German Shepherd a while back, and I still had some of the black left, so I've used this for the scarf, and I do think it looks really well on it. It's Scapier's stone washed in the colour black onyx, so it's got, like, you know, like the furry look, you know, because its content is not just cotton. It's 78% cotton, 22% acrylic, and I think it looks like it's got like some alpaca or something, which it isn't obviously, but it, you know, it gives it that look. And they've used like a furry yarn to do the scarf on the pattern, which I think has got alpaca in it. Now for the eyes, I used a 12mm teddy eye, so they're the brown eyes, which I think suit a dog perfectly well, and I used my 2.75mm hook throughout, so I think he's super cute. I'm glad I've gone with the conventional way of looking forward. It's very top heavy, but a lot of them are when they've got these like little legs, you know. But when you try and, if you lean up against something, the tail does help to stabilise, so that is something. So that one is finished, so that's going on its way as a gift this week. Now, for the other things, I've just done like boring stuff. I've been doing my washcloths again. I've done loads in this colourway. It's a Stylecraft yarn. I got a pack of 10 of them when I went to one of the mill sales. It's one of their variegated cottons which they stopped doing, and I only managed to get the one colourway, but I've done loads in this and they work really well as washcloths. But it is boring, it's a boring item, but I use the Suzette stitch, which I do think works up really nice, and I go around the edge with either half treble crochets or double crochets, whichever I think looks best at the time. So I'm doing that. I think, oh yes, my other thing now, I love this. Now, you know, I don't normally buy hanks of wool, or, you know, like the ones that's in like a twist, because I don't like winding my own yarn. You know, me and my yarn winder don't have a good relationship. So in fact, we've fallen out on a semi-permanent basis, and I think I told you that he's been put in a cupboard upstairs to think about the error of his ways, because he really is a very naughty ball winder. So but one of my subscribers who has been supporting me from the beginning, and she's absolutely fantastic. She's called Boxer Dog's Mum. If you're on YouTube and you've got a channel, I bet she follows you. She's absolutely fantastic, and she kindly gifted me a voucher she'd been sent by Hobbycraft. She had nothing to use it on, so she said if you can try to use it. So I took a while thinking about what I wanted, and then I saw this one, and it's a West Yorkshire Spinners, and it's called the Croft, and it's 100% Shetland wool. It's an Aran weight. I just thought, because you know, I just thought, get something that's special that, you know, they sell, and this is to me, because it's West Yorkshire Spinners, it's actually made here in Yorkshire, one of the very few that's still actually made. Plus as well, it's Scottish Shetland wool, which is fantastic, and I loved the colourway, so I'm going to show you. So I got this, I'm hoping you can see the colourway there. It's got flecks of rust and blue, and, you know, virgin on red, little bits of black. It's a grey background, and the colourway is called, it did say, let me have a look, Stony Brick. So I think that is absolutely beautiful. So now I won't be using my ball winder, because like I say, you know, we could end up, you know, having a permanent parting of the ways. So we're going to do it the traditional way. My husband's going to hold the unwound yank up, and I'm going to roll it into a ball. I think that's the best way, but it's why I don't normally buy yarn in this shape, and it's a real shame, because I'd love to buy the really good quality ones, you know, like my friend Alex at my Yarny Corner does, and various other people. I think there's green lamekins and things like that, you know. I would really love to buy them, but I just don't like winding wool. This one is sort of what you call a mid-range. I think it's about £10 full price, and I got it for £5, so it's like a mid-range one. Now, what I'm going to do with it, I don't know, but I am thinking either an otter, because of the grey black background, but the flecks will give it interest, or possibly a badger, because I know they don't have these colours in, but I'm not conventional. I'll go rogue, you know. So but that's what I'm thinking at the moment. But when I do it, I will do it in something I really, really want for myself, because it's like partially a gift, you know. I wanted it to be special. So yes, so I've got that, like I say, from Hobbycraft, and they're normally £10. So yeah, I like that. And thank you again, Anne from Boxer Dog's Mum, because I absolutely love it. It's very kind of you, thank you. And I've got another book. I went glass fusing on Sunday. It's prepared, it's gone off to be put through the kiln now, but again I put a picture of it on Instagram, and absolutely love doing glass fusion, you know. Me and my friend, we just go our own way with it. They laugh at us because we just go straight in. We start putting glass down you know, straight away. We don't think about what we're doing particularly. We have a sort of a loose idea, and then we just go with the flow, you know, how it comes out. And I absolutely love doing it. It's like one of those mindful activities where you can just go off into your own world. It's absolutely fabulous. So that's going to come back from the it being fired in the kiln, and I'll be able to show it later this week, I hope. But yeah, absolutely love it. So we're booked in for another one. The next one's option is to do a fairy door, which my friend Pearl, I didn't know, but she likes fairies. You know, she likes toadstools and fairies, so she's going to do that. But the other option I think I'm going to do, which is you can do like a house with like flower boxes at the windows and things. Well, I was saying when I was a kid, I used to draw cottage after cottage after cottage, you know, like with picket fences and things. So I really like to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. So we should end up with something that's quite different next time. So yeah, that's my next one. But yeah, I love it, absolutely love it. If you get the chance to do it and you can afford it, please do. I think it's fairly reasonable for what you get. You get obviously all your materials. You get the you know, a talk for, well, not a full talk, but you know, like there's an expert there all throughout, and will help you throughout. And they do the firing. This one comes with a stand because it's a flat one that goes on a stand. It comes with a stand, and it's £35 to do that cost. Now, if you can afford it, I think that's really good value for something that you're going to get some pleasure out of. But yeah, I think it's a brilliant idea. And, you know, this is what I wanted my retirement to be. Anyway, while we were talking the fact that she likes fairies and such like, she also mentioned she likes gnomes. So I've had this book on my to-buy list for ages. And it's a birthday in July. Now, this is going to be a spoiler, Pearl, if you're watching. But you're going to get one of these, I think, for your birthday. I mean, I will do any that you want, but I think I know which one you'll want. But yes, so I've got Amigurumi gnomes. Now, it's put together by Mufficorn, but there are 3 designers at the back, I think. So I don't know if it's you know, where they've come together to do it, a collaboration. I don't know, or maybe. Anyway, I'll have to read up on it later. I've only just got it yesterday. So yeah, Amigurumi gnomes, but it is under the name of Mufficorn, who's obviously a famous gnome designer. Although, can I say, still think these are gonks. The gonks, not gnomes. But anyway, it's minor details. So I'll take you through if you want. I don't recall anybody ever putting this one on their channel. So hopefully this will be, or not one that I've watched anyway. So the first one is the strawberry gnome. So I think they all, I'll stand corrected if I'm wrong, but I think they all have a big one and a small one. So like these. So there's a strawberry, big gnome, and small gnome. I think I prefer the bigger ones, but there's something to be said about the small ones as well. Now, I've never done a Mufficorn pattern, but I have been told on many a channel that she is the main, or one of the main people, so she must be good. Then we've got tall orange gnome, and the other one is called small orange gnome. So I think they're all going to be like that. So that's the orange one. Now, unless anybody likes orange, I probably wouldn't do that, because I'm not really. I'm saying I don't like orange because I do wear orange, but it's not the colour that I generally gravitate towards, if you see what I mean. Then we've got the tall lemon gnome. So again, I think it'll be the tall and the small, which is that one. So there's definitely a theme to this, isn't there? There's fruits first. Do you know, I wish I'd look at the books before I actually, I'm guessing all the time. Then we've got the tall and the small back to school gnome. Then there is, I think Julie from Case Mon Crochet I like this. I think there's a fair few pictures actually. In fact, she might be one of the Mufficorn fans. But is it Julie, or Rebecca at Yarn and Pyjamas, who one of them does Mufficon but changes it to a angular bottom rather than the rounded bottom. I think it might be Rebecca from Yarn and Pyjamas, who has like you know, her own formula, and she puts a little disc in the bottom of I think it's the foam she puts in, you know, to give it a nice flat bottom. But it could be Julie as well. They'll tell me, I'm sure. Then we've got, there's an Harvest gnomes. Now they're very similar to each other, but there's a large and a small. I like those, funnily enough, even though there's orange on them. You see, I am just an enigma. I can't decide, you know, what I like and what I don't like. So it just depends what the theme is, I think. But yeah, I'm definitely an enigma. And I can see by looking at some of these, they're done in Scapier's stonewashed as well. No, we've got a lot of Halloween fans on Facebook. Oh, get your words out, woman. On YouTube, who like Halloween. So those are the Halloween gnomes. Like I've said before, it's not really a thing in, well, it wasn't really a thing in Britain, but it's crept in now. But yeah, we were never brought up to like celebrate Halloween. Anyway, so then we've got Santa gnomes, so we must be in seasons now, I reckon. I need to look through a book properly, don't I? I'm very naughty. I just go straight in for what I like the look of instead of reading. Then we've got the snowman gnomes. Looks like you get all these accessories to make up as well if you want. I'm hoping I'm showing you enough of the picture here. Then there's, yes, you do get all the accessories. That's amazing, isn't it? So you can wind all the you know, the fairy lights around them. Then we've got, oh, now then, Valentine's gnomes. So this one's got like a love letter and a Cupid's arrow and what have you. So there's that one. Again, I don't really do anything for Valentine's really. But then we've got, we must be going into Easter now. We've got bunny gnomes. One for you here, Caroline, for the love of crochet. That's good, isn't it, that? Sure Caroline would like those. Look at those beautiful flowers on, I love that. Then we have got, oh, we're into, this is the, must be flower ones now. So this is the bellflower gnome. So it's in blue. Another thing, Julie from Chaos Mom Crochets, they've got some full length pictures, which is another good thing. And then we've got the small bellflower. There looks like there's plenty of instruction. Now this is the one, Pearl, if you're watching, look away now if you don't want to know, but this is the one I think you would like. But if you do prefer one of others, I'm sure, and just tell me. But if you don't, if you want it as a surprise, look away now. So this is the tulip gnome. She is a lover of all things pink. So I think that's the one that will be going for her birthday. Like I say, I will do anything she wants. I think that's it then through the book. So yeah, you get this at the back, it says about the authors. So I really need to read it. But yeah, so, or maybe one of them does tech editing or whatever, I don't know. I'll have to have a look. So yeah, it comes in, I see if I can find contents. It does look like they do it in some sort of seasonal order. I can't see anything. No stitch tutorials. There's a couple of pictures though of them all together. So if you didn't get to see them when I was holding them up, and if I were too close or whatever, this is all of them together. And then there's another picture which shows them all, I think, and that's on a single page. I don't know, what do you reckon? I think that's a good book actually. It's a Meteor book, so I would say it'll be a good one. I would have thought, because I seem to like their books. Yeah, I think that's all of them. Yep. It says up front, 24 crochet patterns for every season. So yeah, they are going through in like order, you know. Anyway, what do you reckon? I think that's a good one. Can't wait to do that one for... I never wanted to do them, you know, but then I started. I did one for Christmas, I did a second for Christmas, and which other? I've done another one in my time. Do you know, I can't remember now. But I do like doing them. I think they're really good. The only thing is that I know them as gonks. That's the only thing really. Gnomes to me are something entirely different where you see the faces, but you know, like I say, I've said before, I say tomato, you say tomato, do you know what I mean? It's the way it is. Anyway, so that is that. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I'm sorry I've not been very productive, but I'm constantly trying to, you know, keep myself going with it, and you know, and I'm just hanging in there. I think the thing is, I've got a couple on my plate that I really need to get out, and you know, it's back to being under pressure, and I think it's one that I've just started watching, Ania. I saw that she entered Cassandra at Craftably Ever After's Mix and Match Challenge 2024. So I started following her. I watched the latest video, and I'm sure it was her who said, you know, when you're under pressure you get less done, and I think that's true. I really think that's true. I agree wholeheartedly. So yeah, anyway, that's me for now. I hope I haven't rambled on too much. Enjoy the rest of your day. As always, take care of yourself, and I'll see you.